You look unseasoned.
All right. You look like you ass out of a to-go box.
You look like your missionary position and doggy style feel the same.
Oh, okay. Hey, man, your braids are falling off just like you did in 2004.
Keep it going. Give me visceral. Give me DC Young Fly. Be Simone, you ready?
I'm ready.
DC Young Fly, you ready?
I'm ready.
What the rule?
You, would you like to save $100 on your car insurance, lizard-looking ass boy?
Y'all know what time it is. Bring that ass here. Girl, your ass built like a stinking ass Christmas sock. Ugly ass girl.
DC, I know when you was in school, you couldn't read the cat and the dog. Sound it out, DC, head ass boy.
Girl, your ass built like the teacher off Jimmy Neutron. Ugly ass girl.
Boy, your legs are shaped like sticks. When your girl is cold, all you gotta do is rub your knees together.
Why this? I bet when you wake up, I bet your wig gets stuck in the pillow. Stupid ass. Then you go back and get it. Ugly ass girl.
Nicholas, you get up here. Nicholas, you get up here.
I'm finna bake his ass, though. Let me get this one, yo. Don't understand his name.
Buster, ready?
Ready.
Chance the Rapper, you ready?
Ready.
What the rule?
Boy, if you don't get your goddamn, I made these jeans from scratch, Paddington Bear Patch looking ass up out of here.
Uh-oh.
Bake his ass.
Uh-oh. Now I gotta bake his ass.
Bake his ass.
Now I gotta bake his ass. Nerdy, Killmonger looking ass with them Ferrexio braids, boy. Emo Quavo looking ass, boy.
Boy, if you don't get these jeans came with a pack of Newports looking ass up out of here.
The Love Below swag ass, boy. You look like one of Andre 3000's backup dancers, boy, with them tight ass patchwork jeans, boy.
Boy, no, if you don't get your Rick Ross starter kit beard jamming ass up out of here.
Skinny crackhead with dreads looking ass, boy. Now I really gotta bake your ass. If you don't take them braids out, you're not gonna be able to write no more seasons. Headache head ass, boy. Little chain head ass, boy. One earring wearing ass, boy. Little teeth ass, boy. Dorito sauce ass, boy. Give me Michael Blackson. Give me Rip Michaels. Rip Michaels. What the roof? You fat bitch. You are 8 months pregnant. If you don't get your goddamn last citizen of Wakanda, so the Black Panther has been stripped that way. Every time you walk, your legs talk to each other. They say, you let me pass, I let you by. You let me pass, I let you by. It's your turn. It's my turn. It's not your turn. Wait a minute. You. Kiss my ass. God, no. You. Oh. Yeah. Give me DC. Give me Michael Blackson. Michael, you ready? DC. Bitch ass.
All right.
What the roof?
You are built like a 12-year-old lesbian.
Boy, if you don't get your goddamn... The food's ready. Ugly ass, boy. On your ass.
You have tattoos of all the you owe money to.
You don't get your back up, thriller dancing looking ass. And guess what? You ain't even need makeup, stupid ass, boy.
DC stands for chaser.
Guess what?
What?
In your car, I bet you ain't got this boy high in the floor. Yabba dabba do feet having ass.
Kiss my ass, motherfucker. You stand up. Yeah. Give me Rip. Go, Rip. Let's get it, let's get it, let's go, let's go. Give me Zoe. What a root.
Boy, if you don't get your goddamn, I'm on the down low. Head ass up my goddamn face.
Boy, if you don't get your damn tight ass yeast infection short, minus that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, I'm infecting that out my face.
Boy, if you don't get your goddamn, why is it? I want your infected ass up out my goddamn face.
Give me DC. Give me Hitman.
Get him, Howard.
Well, now, Root.
Boy, you built like a ghetto Victoria's Secret model, skinny head ass boy.
Boy, bring your ass here, boy. Hold up. Boy, if you don't get your short arm hard to get my food out the drive-thru licking ass.
Hold on. Boy, you look like the first person I ever learned how to draw. You stick figure body having ass, boy.
Boy, if you don't get your small teeth, I can only eat soft food looking ass. Hold up. I only can eat potato salad looking ass. Hold up, I can only eat banana looking ass.
Give me Nicholas. Give me Carlos. What a root.
If you don't get your booty hair out the face looking ass all up out here, son, bitch!
Whoa. It's a little shaky. Boss.
Boy, if you don't get your goddamn I quit a good job to work at this bull job looking ass over here.
Boy, if you don't get your goddamn Nick, can a get a couple more episodes so I get some more weed?
Really? If you don't get your I want to be a good father so I'll be going on dates with Mariah and her new dude.
You. Give me Carlos and Miller. Give me Mo. What a root.
Boy, if you don't get your goddamn strong crackhead looking ass up out of here right now.
Boy, if you don't get your goddamn every time I go to sleep, my beard, walk to the dresser face ass up out here.
Oh, boy, if you don't get your goddamn drugs and alcohol that ruin my life looking ass up out of here.
And if you don't get your sloop-footed ass up out of here,
You. Give me DC Unplugged. Oh, yeah. Give me Justina. What a root.
Since you want to be Chris Tucker so bad, why don't you go ahead and save Sue Young?
girl, if you don't get your goddamn white girl off the hustling floor, I'm gonna do this for you.
DC, you got 2 toothpicks for legs and you built like a dirty Q-tip, microphone head ass boy.
Oh, I'm about to goddamn, you don't get your goddamn, only thing you bring to the barbecue is mayonnaise.
All right, just a couple of rules here, okay? 2 shakers in, you're out. Take too long and you're out. Stay in your lane, okay? Just stay in your lane. Black squad, you're here. Black squad, you're here. Stay in your lane. That's all I ask, okay? All right, let's get this started, okay? Give me B some more. Give me Jason Lee. Jason Lee. Be some more, you ready? Jason Lee, you ready?
I'm ready.
What the root?
You all owner of Hollywood Unlocked, but it should have been Hollywood Uncocked, head ass boy.
You can't even get a Fashion Nova deal.
Y'all, look at Drake if he gained 3,000 pounds and used to call me on my cell phone. Head ass boy.
You mad because I get more than you. Head ass.
You. Let's keep it going, let's keep it going. Give me DC Young Fly. Give me B Simone. B Simone, you ready? DC Young Fly, you ready?
You ready?
On the roof.
DC, you the only gangster from Atlanta with asthma. West side is the best side. Hold on, y'all. Let me take my asthma.
I do got asthma, but guess what? When you wake up in the morning, your you on like this.
One hitter quitter, TKO, you. He hates me and I hate him. Give me Nick and DJ D-Wreck. Come on out here, D-Wreck. Come on out here, D-Wreck.
I ain't ready.
Yeah.
Right.
Get him, D-Rec.
Nick, you ready?
Ready.
DJ Big Head, you ready? What the roof?
Boy, if you don't get your fake Jody's forever my lady looking ass the up out of here. If you don't get your... If you don't get your letter L-shaped ass up out of here with the
One
long ass-
shaky.
You don't get your, once I get fired from wilding out, I'm gonna get my job DJing on the ice cream truck ass the up out of here.
Two shaky.
If you don't get your...
You step it up, cat. Give me Maddie. Give me Hitman Holla. Hitman, you ready?
Let's go.
Maddie, you ready?
Ready.
One the roof.
Wait. You sure I can roast her? Because soon we start having fun, she gonna call the cops.
Hitman, you look like you don't know how to read.
Girl, you up here dressed like a hip-hop soccer mom.
Wait, hold on, I'm confused. Hitman, if you're here, who's watching the phone case kiosk at the mall?
Hey, this that dumb white in every scary movie. She ran to that couch, she gonna fall.
Dude, shaky.
Thank you, Hitman, you look like you dunked your chin in chocolate pudding.
Girl, you built like the mama from Brady Bunch.
Too shaky.
You're not allowed
No.
That wasn't
That wasn't shaky.
It was yeah.
Let's get to what we came here for. Give me Charmaine. Charmaine here. Give me B Simone.
You know what, B Simone? I
Okay,
really
well,
like
never
you.
mind.
Oh, what, you supposed to go first?
Go, bitch, you got it.
Okay, then. I really like B Simone and all, but I ain't gonna lie to you, sis. You ain't found a boyfriend yet because you're shaped like a convenience store hot dog.
I know she not talking about shape. This big bitch up here looking like a linebacker with a lace front on.
Well, her name is B Simone, but she really just the B version of me.
Hold up, y'all, look at her shoes. She got fire on her shoes. It really should be on her vagina because we know you burning.
You. Give me Maddie. Give me Cortez. Here, I want you here. What a root.
Cortez, you look like E.T. phoned home and nobody answered.
If you don't get your goddamn pumpkin spice latte, pale face ass the up out of here.
You look like you should be vibrating on Justina's nightstand.
You look like Justina before MTV loved her.
Oh, you're a virgin. Okay.
You.
was a good one.
Give me Bobby J. I need you here, Bobby J. Give me Justina.
Okay, let's go.
Justina, you ready?
You're damn right.
Bobby J, you ready?
I'm ready.
Weather room.
I see they set the bar real low. Bobby, it looks like your mom got pregnant off pre.
Hey, ain't she built like one of the strippers in Grand Theft Auto? Hey, hold on. Let me see you move like this. Let me see you move like this. Let me see you do it. Let me see you do it. Let me see you do it.
Bobby!
You. I like it. That's how you started off. Give me Charlie Clips. I need you here. Clips. Give me Conceited. I need you right here. Come on. Connie, you ready?
Ready.
Clips, you ready?
Let's get it.
What up, bro?
You so fat, the pastor couldn't even lift your spirit.
Let's go, cuz.
This what happens when a Haitian woman put all her jewelry on a voodoo doll. If you don't get your little body
Why the hell y'all got me going against Malcolm XXL?
This look like the world's most expensive wind-up toy. Yeah, cut the beat, cut the beat.
You brush your teeth with food.
That, what? That whole.
Hey, you.
Oh, God damn.
Give me Carlos Miller. Miller, I need you here. No one other better than DC Young Fly. I need you here.
Let's go, Fly. Let's get him, Fly.
Carlos, you ready?
I'm ready.
DC, you ready?
Ready.
Weather room.
Go.
DC, if you don't get your goddamn Jess hilarious when she take her makeup looking ass up out of here.
Boy, your ass old as hell, boy, your ass baby, oatmeal and applesauce. Ugly ass, boy.
Boy, if you don't get your goddamn ever thought of switching to Geico looking ass up out of here.
Boy, your ass look like everybody begging their uncle.
You don't get your goddamn, them the same braids Nick threw away 3 seasons ago looking ass up out of here, boy.
Boy, you know what you look like? My left nut, ugly ass, boy.
Boy, if you don't get your goddamn tight pants that came with a part wearing ass.
Boy, I know you ain't talking about nobody, boy, your voice sound like Justina's.
Boy, if you don't get your goddamn little bit of hair, no beard having ass on the face,
Boy,
boy.
your ass look like that get mad when say he ain't got no black mouth. What you mean you ain't got no black mouth?
Boy, you don't get your goddamn, you look like the black man when you put it out trying to like that bitch again, looking ass up out of here.
Well, if you don't get your goddamn, I ain't gonna buy a car if it ain't goddamn less than 86, ugly ass.
Boy, if you don't get your goddamn baby braids, look like stitches on your head ass up out of here.
Boy, if you don't get your goddamn, I wasn't playing these cars too new.
Keep going! Keep going!
Here's the first time in history. Both of you guys are just doing incredibly too good. So we're just gonna get you two the both up out of here. You both won. Back to your spot, please. You don't go all day.
It's a draw.
I need Cortez here. Cortez, I want you here when you move forward. Here, Cortez, I need you here. Godfrey, I need you here.
God damn.
I need you here, Godfrey.
Oh, I'm gonna go first?
Okay.
Okay, Google, who's Godfrey?
Cortez, you look like an old baby.
Speaking of old, your ass so old, I bet your sperm walk with a cane.
Cortez, you look like my sperm.
When you died in Soul Plane, your career went with it.
Cortez, you always look like you're far away.
Come closer, Cortez. Come closer so Jack can see you.
You! Hey! Give me D-Ray Davis. I need you here. Maddie, I need you here.
Maddie with the fatty. Uh-oh.
Maddie, you ready?
Ready.
D-Ray, you ready? Yes. One more route.
You look unseasoned.
All right. You look like you ass out of a to-go box.
You look like your missionary position and doggy style feel the same.
Oh, okay. Hey, man, your braids are falling off just like you did in 2004.
You look like a damn girl. I look at your Instagram, damn. In person, damn.
Oh, okay. Those braids came with an Alicia Keys album. I keep on falling out of this game.
You. Oh,
God! That was a good one. That was a good one.
From the new school, give me DC Young Fly. Old school, give me Nick Cannon. Nick Cannon, I need you here, right there. Y'all clap it up for the boss man here. Clap it up. One more root.
DC, them jeans gonna give you a yeast infection.
But I know you ain't talking. Look at your outfit. Up here looking like some badass Mexican candy. Ugly.
I was tired, you know? I was tired. I was so sleepy. I think I'm gonna take me a nap.
See, that wasn't funny, because a lot of y'all out there laugh. You look like this when you take your wig off. What are you talking about?
You. Out. From the new school, give me Bing Bong. I'm a fan. I'm a fan.
My name is Nims. Don't ever disrespect me. Call me Bing Bong, you heard?
Oh.
Ever disrespect me looking like you're about to host a battle with Eminem with the dreads.
Oh.
Shut up. D-Ray, I need you here. That's why I want you.
Let's go.
Nims, or whatever it is, you ready?
Your gum don't even have flavor no more, bro. Stop playing. Let's go.
Well, considering everything you ate, you probably chewed his gum too.
Hey, whoa.
Let's go.
Yo, calm down over there. You look like Young Ma's brother, you heard? Ever disrespect me with a corduroy sweatsuit jacket, you heard?
Ever disrespect me.
You put gravy on your toothbrush.
That's a fact.
Let's go.
Nims, you.
That was a hell of a game.
Old school, give me Chico Bean. I need you here. Give me the biggest Mac of them all. Biggest Mac, I need you here.
Yeah.
One on route.
Big Mac, I bet when you take a COVID test, they stick a mozzarella stick up your nose, man.
Hey, look, Chico, you are so talented. I don't know how you dress like a bad and a at the same time.
Let's go. Let's go.
Big Mac with that big blue jacket on, you up here built like a kiddie pool. You better hope no kids come, they gonna jump on your back.
Chico, your body looked like it wanted to be skinny, but the free trial expired.
What? You? Huh? Red Squad, give me Michael Blackson. I need you here.
Let's go.
Black Squad, give me Chico Bean. I need you here, Chico. Okay. Chico, you ready?
You know it.
Michael Blackson, you ready?
You mother sucker.
One more room.
Do me a favor, be fair to me. Take your hat off, please. Is that braids or stitches?
Hey, Michael Blackson, I know my hair messed up, but I'd much rather have this than that. I bet if you try to run a comb through your head with that microphone on, it's gonna sound like Pooh Shiesty in this bitch. Brr, 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 big brr.
Your hairline is like a bad relationship with you. It wants to run away, but you won't let it go.
Michael Blackson, I would say I was gonna cook you, but you already done. You look like you got left in the air fryer too long. Like, God damn it, I done burnt my breadstick.
You look like a dehydrated Rick Ross.
Michael Blackson, I heard you say your wife let you have 2 side chicks a month, right?
One a month. One.
Yeah, I bet she do. Ain't no way she can let your crispy ass lay on top of her every night. She been that bitch, I'm melting. It burns. It burns.
They liked it. You could never join the army. If they said salute, you gonna be like this.
Let's go, Mike.
I bet every time you look in the mirror, you be having emotional damage. Cause you ugly, I bet you be cussing God out. Why you have to give me this face, mother soca?
One shaky.
Really?
You have the 1955 civil rights hairline.
One shaky. And you got the 1955 civil rights skin. They'll burn out till they caught you in the 50s.
You bad bread bitch. Your mouth smell like trash truck juice. You!
Oh, wow.
Give me Jess Hilarious. I need
Let's
you.
go, Jess. Let's go, Jess.
Black Squad, give me Maddie. I need you here, Maddie.
Oh,
you guys are bad, so I don't need to explain the rules, okay? What the rule?
You have the face of a TSA employee and the body of a carry-on.
Get your ass back.
Let her go.
Maddie, you met your husband at your family reunion.
Oh. Okay, well, I got laid last night, but your edges didn't.
You!
God damn!
I didn't get to finish.
Red Squad, give me Justina Valentine. I need you here. Black Squad, give me Burner. I need you here. When the root.
You look like a bootleg version of Little Mermaid, the one that the white people want to keep around.
Burner, you look like DJ Khaled if God didn't.
Your face is on the Falcons helmet.
That means you're a bird.
Okay. Burner, you look like you and then cry in the shower.
You know your skin.
I have to deliver a shaky. One shaky.
Your voice needs an oil change.
My voice might need an oil change, but your ass need an oil change. You look like a thug's bottom bitch.
That's what I was looking for. 2 seconds. You.
God. That was a good one, though. Y'all keep it going for Burner.
Oh, let's give the people what they came to see. Kevin Hart, Nick Cannon, I need you here. Nick, you ready?
Ready.
Kevin Hart, you ready?
Ready.
One that room.
Kev, you dress like a perverted youth pastor.
Did y'all hear Nick got a new song coming out? Don't worry, nobody else did either.
Y'all know Kev is part of that Hollywood secret society, right? The Little Minati.
Let him cook, let him cook, let him cook. Let him cook. I won't let him cook. He just has a drink that comes with that. A milkshakey, okay?
I'll take that.
At this point, I'm gonna say what everybody else is thinking after all the babies. Nick's is trash. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Huh? Let's go. Huh?
TKO you.
God. The king is in the building. Y'all make some noise together.